these links to get what they need. Right, and then that email almost other continues on, right? But this is just sort of focus on this first three details, right? So that's the current legacy workshop series. Now, if we go to this funnel again, what we just looked at, right? We're going to focus now on what happens when people in the current funnel go to the webinar. So when somebody registers for the webinar, right, they then like schedule that time, and then they get shifted to the replay, right, and then they go into the Mentions Pro membership. Pretty straightforward, right? Register, watch it. There's a call to action on that webinar, and then they go live. All right, that's the old world. And guys, this is it. Going to be disrupted. Okay, so you're nothing you have to do even when we release the new funnels where it's like, hey, go. So this, we're not going to make that dramatic. All right, so you guys are good to go. But let's get into the meeting. So you get to start getting your head wrapped around this, and you can start planning your next few funnels, and the next few things that you want to build out. Right? New launching funnels. So there's two main things we have: the workshop series funnel and the webinar funnel. Right? Separate funnel. And before we kind of saw that they were blended, a hybrid. Okay. Now we have two distinct funnels. I'm going to kind of get into why this is powerful in your marketing. That's going to change the game. Not only these funnels, like we've been testing them and working with them, right? Not look like professionally looking. These funnels are kick ass. Right? Let's start with the workshop series funnel. Okay. Place an ad. You're going to drive into a landing page for the workshop series. Then they're going to go to the thank you page. Now notice that thank you page is going to have a VSL, a video sales letter. That is workshop one. So it's like, hey, you send it in your email and you can watch it right now. Okay? So this is a little bit longer than the webinar, but very similar in its presentation conversation. So instead of them going to the landing page, then a thank you page, and then a registration, and then a check of time, or that you're going to be able to get the info right away. So, and you're going to be able to access that first workshop, which is a universal conversation. Not just affiliate marketing or workshop one before, which is just affiliate marketing. I'll show you that in a second. But there's power in this because now you're going to get that broader conversation up front. Okay? And then, there you go. Send them the workshop, right? So they'll be able to access it now and then send it to their email. Here's what the email series looks like. Email one, right? It's that VSL universal message. So that workshop one message is being displayed on that thank you page, right away. Let's get you access to that. So we're going to send that then again in email one to them, that universal message. Very similar to the webinar message. Then email two is, hey, let's talk about affiliate. Email three is focused more on e-commerce, and then email four, workshop four, is start your own business. Okay, so from that series, we're not pushing them to the webinar, and I'll show you this when I'm about to demonstrate this, or I'll show you guys what this looks like. They're going, each one of these workshops is sales letter. So we'll be able to access the checkout right on the workshop page, right? Which is much more streamlined. Okay, so let's take a closer look at what this looks like. So I have my screen up here, and we're going to take a look. So, what to expect on? Well, I'll let you know when we release this. I'm going to jump site right now. Don't try to look in your link generator for this, not behind it. when we release it, it's going to look like this in your lightning generator environment minus some of the depth things that we have in here. But let me just show you workshop series, right? So here's the cool thing. You'll be able to choose what campaign you want, right? Workshop one. I didn't show you the automated webinar one yet. You choose your workshop one. Landing pages, you got to landing pages. Okay. I can show you some of them. There's one. Right. All these for testing, buttons, colors, situation above the fold, below the fold. All these are proven to work. Okay, so, and there's 7 versions. Version 7. That you'll be able to use just like that. The beautiful thing too is that you're going to be able to point. So not only are you going to continue to register your custom domains here, you're going to be able to point these funnels to your authority site so much easier than you ever have before. Where before we couldn't really point these to WordPress authority sites, now you're going to be able to do that. Okay, we'll make sure that you have that instruction when we release these. I'll get into the release date in just a moment. So also notice the thank you pages for the workshop funnel. Okay, workshop 1, workshop 2. So look at the thank you page. We'll show you what that thank you page looks like with that DSL. Here it is right here. You're going to see it's just a little bit longer, about an hour, just a little bit longer than the webinar. And then notice, no webinar we sent it to, but just to check out right after that webinar. Right? You have another version that you can split test, which is reveal. So when you look at reveal, notice the sales page isn't there yet. But if I take this, I think it's around the 50-minute mark, the regular student gets that point of presentation. It will reveal. There it goes. Then boom, we have that trigger set, and then it reveals it later on to eliminate distraction, right? To get people focused on the message, and then it will reveal itself when the time is right. So that's what you have access to, and what you will have access to in your link generator once these pages get rolled out. So different versions of your landing, different versions of the thank you, different presentations that are going to be more succinct and direct that call to action. Seamless, right? We're not done yet. So let's look at the webinar. So webinar funnel. Here's what we got. Add. Now the landing page is actually a webinar registration page. Okay, so this has been workshop series. Now you're going to be able to market the event, the webinar registration event. Right away, I mean, beautifully designed landing pages that work really well. We'll take a look at these in just a minute. The thank you page will be webinar confirmation. They'll select their time, right? Then they're going to go to the webinar replay. Then they can buy the membership. So a couple things just to know on why this is different. Based on your avatar, based on where you're marketing, having a workshop series and having a webinar is powerful. And you're going to be able to split test these in your utility. I'll get into utility in just a second, just so you can understand like application as an affiliate, why this is important. So when you look at this funnel, I'm pretty sure.
Buy or something. By the way, I'm making heart-shaped pancakes.
Really couldn't before. But let's dive in deeper. Now, when they register, you see that SMS notification, like they'll have the ability to check that box, put in their phone number, register now. A couple things to note. On the workshop series funnel, no SMS registration, but But there's power in this, right? Because when people put SMS in, we get to market them to get on a webinar. We also get to communicate with them when they become members, right? For just different announcements, updates, promos, and things that we have going on in the community. So this just sets off a whole different spectrum for us to be able to communicate, market, and engage with your members, our members. And it's a good thing. So something to take note of. With the webinar registration, SMS is a key distinction. All right, so it's one difference in its application and its utility. And I'm going to keep building on those. But let's take a look at the emails for the workshop. So again, they get to the webinar, but we're also going to send them the workshop series too, right? They'll get webinar replays. As you guys know, if I get the replay, if you missed it, so we're going to get them back to the webinar event. We're also going to give them workshop series, right? So they can get more value, right, in their decision-making process. And then from there, it's going to send them direct to their Mentors Grow membership. Pretty straightforward stuff, guys, but real simple but powerful in the simplicity of this funnel. So let's take a closer look, and I'll talk about the application of the webinar funnel versus the workshop funnel while we're pulling up, looking at the webinar funnel. So let's take a deeper look at the webinar. Now, boom, back on the website for link generator. Now watch this. You click, and again, I don't know if this is exactly how it's going to look once you release the site. So that's irrelevant because you don't need to worry about that for the automated webinar funnel. Right, so there's two versions, right? You can register with this page, so that landing, right? Professional, quality. Now they reserve their spot here, right? Press in. And then we're going to be able to market to them, follow up with them, remind them. And the follow-up game is much different with the webinar, right? Because it's reminding them about the event, giving them replays about that event, driving them to the next one, having the countdown. So all that activity, all that marketing energy, right, is really what's going to be harnessed with the webinar. And they're also getting the workshop series in the email as well. So just a different look and feel. You'll be able to give two different versions of this registration page. Okay. So let's look at the different versions. And actually, I'm skipping through this, but all these are all standard marketing practices, top reminders, all the things that are necessary, right, to maximize your opt-ins, right? And we know this because we watch this, we test this stuff, we screen record this stuff, and we know when to put these things on and how to make them look. You guys don't have to worry about figuring this stuff out, right? It's here, you get the plug-in and use it right away. The thing about the people that you're marketing to, you're bringing on board here, new affiliates get to use these assets, right? And that should be a game changer for anyone coming here to build their business. Let's look at this version 2. Right, this one too, and has a little video on it, right? And kind of create some engagement. These work are pretty comparative statistically, and I think maybe your avatar, your audience, may have a certain preference, or you may see one cheater a little bit better than the other, but both of these have been proven, tested, and this is the setup that works, right? So it's a different look, different feel, right? Right back to reserving those spots. Okay. Now, let me get into application. So, a couple things to consider that are really important. Now, think about when you had the ability to, when you're marketing, let's say Instagram, where, would a workshop series, would that work? Right? You can have maybe register and say, okay, I'll put my hand up, I'll do that side. Maybe because they're on that platform, they're not in that mindset to get in that platform, or they're in that mindset to stay on that platform. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna do that in 15 minutes and I'll be ready for it then. So think about this is going to give you so much more power and control to really connect to your customer avatar, and especially your customer avatar and even the platform that your customer avatar. Because I will also say that even just your customer avatar may have a preference over a webinar or a DSL. They may. And you're going to offer it to them and see, well, what actually pulls better conversion, right? And then you're going to also think about, well, where am I marketing? What platform am I marketing on? And let's test on this platform psychologically and behaviorally. Are people more inclined to go on that DSL to get to their email? Or are people more inclined based on this platform to jump on that webinar or register for it and consume the content now? So there is a difference, right? Psychologically and behaviorally on each one of these funnels that you're going to be empowered to put out there and just see which one works best. It's a game changer. It's a game changer. Naturally, the content of these webinars in that DSL we've been testing for the last 6-7 months. It works. Those messages work, right? On the low end, you should be converting 1 to 2% lead number. On the high end, these events are great. I've seen some people's campaigns go up to 5% lead number. So it's just different, right? It all depends on who you're marketing to and how you set up your messaging. But now you have that flexibility in your funnel, so no matter where you're marketing your messaging, now you can optimize it. Whether it's practice, you're going to use these events if you're marketing dialed in at the level that you need. So that is really exciting stuff. So when will these be available? That's my very next slide. So I'm going to pull this up. New funnel release date, August 5th, 2021. I say subject to final testing. There's complex technology that is behind the scenes, just with reminders, text messages, SMS, and really integrations of everything that we have here. So, not marketing testing, we're not talking about message. We're talking about like the technicals to follow, all of the sequencing that's going to make it amazing. And it's not just something that, I mean, they're built, as you can see, they're here, they're ready, they're functional, they're live. But now it's about the application, right? The utility of these funnels and making sure that all that technology, the guys around it, the teams are crossed. April 5th, 2021. Again, that date subject to final testing, but we're pretty confident we're going to meet that date and give you guys access to this with your new link generator area in your affiliate dashboard. Okay, so those are the funnels. Now, go back to full screen. Some really exciting stuff. If you're brand new here, there's no reason for you to be overwhelmed. There's no reason for you to get stuck in your startup. You guys have access to everything here where you need to succeed. And give yourself permission to do that. Use these funnels once they're released. You're going to be able to get people excited about this opportunity, excited about them to come somewhere where they can build a business that they love, learn the skills that they need, right? Get involved in a broad program that is changing people's lives, right? We're not going to be some fly by night. Hey, you can come here and just press buttons and shove products out to the world and expect your life to change. didn't have that when I studied. I made mistakes marketing, right? I didn't have any out. I went through, oh my God, in my first month, I spammed Twitter, I spammed forum marketing, I pissed off Mike Miller, Jake Cooper's at the best price, so I'm spamming his name. I spent maybe $3,000 in my first month marketing with no direction. Thinking I knew what an audience was, thinking I knew what a customer avatar was. And I probably wasted 4 or 5 weeks just trying a whole bunch of stuff out. And thinking that I was good enough to do it on my own. Now, I didn't have a program like Lift or Incubate at that time. But it actually came down to a conversation I had with an experienced marketer. His name was Andrew. I didn't have access to Jay at that point. Again, we didn't have Incubate. I couldn't sit with Jay in 6 weeks and get his income. If I would have, it would have changed. It would have changed the game. I spoke with an affiliate before, and he was like, Justin, you need to understand your audience. You need to get your messaging down pat. And you need to get into this program. We'll work with this company. That's going to change your business. And I took this person's advice. I started to think about my customers right away. This was a really experienced marketer, and his name is Andrew. And he has really switched up. That conversation kind of shifted my trajectory from 5 weeks to playing guessing games to, okay, I know exactly what I have to do. But it's more comfortable. You guys get this, I'm not speaking to anybody who does, whenever we make decisions or investing in someone, we always have skepticism, we always have to doubt, but you guys know you have to work through that to grow, to move forward. And I did that. And it wasn't until a year in my journey. Do you want to understand the power of an intimate conversation? A year in my journey, I saw my business do this, and I plateaued. I had no mission, I had no vision. I didn't do any of that. I actually was trying to automate myself out of business. I was a really successful affiliate, and I saw my numbers starting to decline. I'm going to give you advice here. I didn't want to interact with you. I wanted my business to live virtually, 100% virtually. And I wasn't putting the energy into caring for my members. So I was disconnected from my members, my marketing, the value of those messaging, and I just wanted to do as little work possible. That was my mindset after a year. And I have a conversation with Jay. We're out to lunch. And he's like, we're at the Fever Truck Club in Soho, New York. And he's like, dude, he's like, I'm just going to shoot you straight. And Jay, he was doing this whole branding bit back in the day. Yeah, I was sitting there trusting that I could business without branding. Right? I was killing it. Because my business started to go south. And he's like, well, why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you do this? What is this about? I was getting into the making money and all this stuff. He's like, all right, I get that. He's like, members, I don't care about you. I don't care about results. You gotta get back to what matters in business. It's the relationship that you build with your customers, and your marketing, and your messaging, how you're communicating, what you're communicating, and really making sure that energy is right. I'm going to tell you, after I had that conversation with Jeff, I went from really trying to disconnect from my business to connect more with my customers and more about them. And I think that conversation brought me to being one of the, well, if not the number one affiliate in the history of this company. I was doing over 150 members a month, every single month after that conversation. And it's not just a product of that conversation, but if I never had that conversation, I never would have hit that trajectory. Because I probably would have given up quick because I told myself that it's just not. Stuff matters. We ingrained. It's into the DNA of Wall Street because of street stories, gay stories, night stories, and the thousands of people that we've seen who take this stuff on board and win, and the people who ignore it and lose. Right? I don't think it's negotiable. And you're going to be able to leverage that insight, that experience, and world-class product for the people that you haven't even met yet as affiliates. There are people who didn't even become a lead yet. People didn't even click on your marketing yet. They deserve the best. They deserve the truth. They deserve to understand what it really takes. And they need to be put in a position to get what they came here for. And that's what you're going to market to these people with pride. You have a whole bunch of kick-ass new folks to jumps up your business that you just started. And you've been here for a while, you're probably already spinning 1,000 wheels in your head about what you can do with what we just did. That's the update. You're going to check for quick Q&A. So not anytime soon, Naomi. Nothing in the old will be disrupted, so don't worry about that. We're just going to be adding this in August 5th to your link generator. Awesome. Also, you signed up for Incubate Liftoff Bundle. You completed both already. So the bronze bundle you're explaining. Well, yeah, so you probably got silver. So you also have accelerate, right? If you have the Liftoff bundle, so if you have Liftoff and Incubate, you probably need silver. So also you signed up for Incubate. So you probably have silver. You can always ask your consultant. If you just want to, but you're good to go. You have silver is amazing. I mean, you get to accelerate with you. So, Justin, are there any done for you funnels for passion business? So we do have a done for you funnel, like an accelerate with you for passion business. Shona, are you an accelerate with you? I know that's where we have those advanced done for you solutions, but they are there. You connect with your implementation partner. You can go over them. So, how long are the windows for the bundles open? So, great question. So, when somebody comes on board here, so when people speak to their consultant when they first come on board, the window for the bronze bundle, we're going to test the window, so we're going to test 10 days, right? And then for their other bundles that they have, there's a 14-day window right now, but we're also going to test them in 30 and 60-day window. So as new people get onboarded, we will have different windows that we will be testing. When we just do the live call with the bronze, probably 10 or 14-day windows to put out there. Right now, in the silver, gold, and platinum package windows, primarily it's a 14-day window that the team has been using to position those right. So that's what to expect. And once we do our testing next month, we will update those windows and exactly like, hey, here's what's optimal. Here's exactly how the bronze funnel is being optimized for portfolio. So that's what you guys can see all that. No. So really, this is an affiliate marketing model. Right, so with the education, you can market this education, you can market your own products, you can market other people's products, you can market whatever you want. This call that you joined here today are for people who are affiliates who market our program, right? So clears things up. So the commission is saying yes, so the commission is the same for all levels. So you can change first. So you're in a world that you can go. So you'll be locked in at the highest level. If you're a marketing master, you can go. Sorry, as a new member, they have an open window price 70 days. Yes. And what is the commission for an affiliate? Right. So you buy in your window. So just know this: if you buy a launch product, you lock in the highest commission. So if you buy that, you'll be locked in for that higher commission level. That will be applicable for new members as well. So Ramon, as an NN member, right, offer the same. All this is available for you to use in your funnel as well. Right? So you're going to get this. This is your link generator. All these funnels have you just put out. Okay? So will these work in Converttree? I'm sure you have campaign codes for that, right? You guys can also like do that with you can put any site on Converttree. I think you guys have to do that. That tools, that software is amazing. Okay. So does the customer data go into a member if you're, I don't know what data, yeah, we'll have risk integration. And when we do release, we'll make sure you guys get all of those insights, right? EA members get the funnel stuff. If you're getting them through your asset from so the new funnels I just went over. So Simona, please clarify when, where, and when the send the funnels appear. When we read your recommend for the funnels, like they're saying that you only send them to webinars and workshop series. So that's something, no, you got it. So as a marketer, you just send people into the workshop and the webinar. When they join here, we have a whole process where we introduce the partners to them, right? So yeah, you just as an affiliate, you focus on the first one. And getting people to that webinar, getting people to workshop series call, right? And then as they're members here, as they progress through the modules, then they're triggered to learn about the bundle, and so we take care of that. Okay, so you will get corresponding email campaigns, right? And then you can add your follow-up sequences afterwards, right? So you get all that stuff in your list. Okay. So if you do use the new funnels, you will have to update, right, your email list for the new funnels. Right. So it's also when you launch a new funnel, it's just your landing, your ad, your email, so just take minutes for the new funnel. Yeah, you'll have everything you'll need to do that. All right, you take it out. Thank you. Helen, would you recommend that my leads into this new funnels? I would separate. I would have to take a lead list for. Well, let me say. I don't want to say definitely or not. You can. I think that could be. There wouldn't be anything wrong with that. If you feel you can't put them to one lead list, you market with a different list based on the funnel. I've seen people do it a different way. You just use the campaign code that you get. I think that'll more streamlined in the beginning instead of trying to reinvent the wheel. So just use what we give you if you're that new. I think as you grow in your marketing, you'll know what to deviate from that. It would be my advice for you. Okay, just starting is going on the silver bundle. Yeah, Sam, bronze is great. My advice is if you're considering silver, encouraging acceleration. That's about getting customers, right? So I personally feel that getting customers is the most important part. Silver is amazing. If you have to look at it, you feel silver. Gold, I think, platinum, I think is ridiculous, but that's what you want, right? They're all great. Justin, I can't tell you how relevant what you just said is for me. I've been doing exactly what you described about yourself doing 45 weeks before realizing things needed to change. Yolanda, I guess that was what I was going about being lost and not having your direction. And this is what lift off an incubator here. Nobody should be struggling in the beginning. Nobody. Right? 8 weeks if you want to do this long. Right? Get through your incubate, go through that, and then when you're through that challenge and your website set up, it's about getting customers. Just focus on getting customers. You gotta coach, you gotta accelerate, you gotta like sit on somebody's lap who knows what they're doing, get that insight and we'll change your life. All the support you need for that to get the results. And you're gonna offer this to the people that you're marketing to. Right? Awesome, Angelina. Wow, it's all amazing. Lovely. Love it. As you mentioned, pre-written scripts for selling numbers. Yeah, so we've been rocking and rolling, and I'm gonna start jumping out of some calls and some trainings going over this script structure. I've been doing it for weeks on end, but we're gonna get some new training out there. Well, I'll do it live with the community as well, kind of like bring you through that. Okay, so definitely show up to those calls. All right, we'll definitely dig in. That's on the team's radar. I should be getting out there in the next few weeks doing some scripting for the Accelerate community. Nick, you got the silver bundle yesterday. Congrats. Showed it at the platinum. Congrats. Well done. You guys are naturally in good heads. Does the customer data already answered that one? So, Ranks, good question. Can we use a link generator on your authority site? So what you're going to do is point those pages to your authority site of the WordPress now. So that will be possible. And when we're going to release these funnels, you're going to have the insights and instruction on exactly how to do that. So much easier, right? Pointing to your authority site of WordPress, where we didn't have that functionality before. Good catch, right? That's going to be really cool, right? So Patricia, you're an Accelerate member. So if you're an Accelerate, you have access to Liftoff already, right? You should be in there. Patricia, when did you buy Accelerate? I just need to know when you bought it. You should have access to Liftoff already. All right, Stephen, you're a new Black Mastermind level. Yes, you get higher commitment. That's the difference, Stephen. So you're also new Black Mastermind level. So Stephen, you should be good with this. You're at the top level. You should do all this stuff. So stay tuned, Stephen, because I know Stephen J got out on the Mastermind Experience community made some announcements on some updates and accesses that we're going to give you guys. So we going to be rolling out some correspondence in the next 2 weeks. Like, you guys are instructed on how and what we have access to. All right. Earl, what's up? Benjamin, we don't have those codes yet, but when we do, you'll be able to access them. Any codes that are available right now for conversion, if you don't know where to access them, it's the team working with you guys. Okay. So, the modules and ventures. So is there, the modules aren't changing with this update. All that will stay the same. If we do have a module update, we'll make sure that we communicate a direct module update. Daniel West, thank you for all that you and the SFM does for us. You're welcome, Daniel. Anna, just to remind me, please, as we had previously been on affiliates for other products, we had created our own landing pages and leads. We go to our Aweber email list. If using landing pages supply, will they still go to our Aweber list? Yes, so we're going to have, all this will work very similar to the way that funnels work now with some boosted functionality, and you will get the email campaigns that you will use with these funnels. So that instruction will be delivered with the rollout of these. So it's going to be seamless, the same way that you got set up now. Okay, so you're in good hands once you roll that out. Okay, the instructions and everything will kind of get you set up. So, yeah. This whole program has already changed my life, and I love the way this is moving forward. Thank you, everyone. Sorry, gotta go. Big smiles. Hey, love you too.
keep rolling. So in December, yeah, you got liftoff, but not incubate. That's accurate for Tricia. So we didn't offer incubate. We didn't even roll it out then. So it was not a part of any program or package. So that is accurate. You should have liftoff and accelerate. Vicky, what's up? Good to see you here. Robbie, you've got silver. Did not know about gold or platinum. Seems amazing, but expensive too. They are amazing. They cost expensive. It all depends on your perspective, right? They're valuable, right? Expensive could be rich. Valuable is, okay, are you going to get more than what you put in? I got to jump. We are wrapped up. Hopefully, you enjoyed this update. Got a lot of exciting things going on, and you're going to change people's lives with this bundle. What other bundles? And you're going to market as a new affiliate and have a world-class look and feel in the marketplace right off the jump. Exciting stuff. August 5th, they're going to be released. Stay tuned for our email correspondence that's coming out with these updates. All right. You guys enjoyed it. Take care, everybody. Thank you, guys.
I was never encouraged to go after my dreams. I spent 25 years as an investment banker in this really exciting world. Everything was about money. So these guys working crazy hours, getting divorces, stressed out, having heart attacks, and most of those businesses that we worked on, they went under. And I realized that traditional world just wasn't cool to go in. People are petrified to step outside of it. I realized that there was something truly true. I saw an ad, and it happened to be by Stuart Ross, one of the founders of SFM. And I just knew that that was absolutely a gateway to what I was looking for. But here's the difference. I knew that it had to be the kind of training that was serious, that it had to be more than just about the money. So SFM has courses, webinars, training, one-on-one mentoring to get you focused on what you need to do to create that amazing business, that amazing life. So I decide to be an affiliate marketer, promoting products and services for other people. You get to decide what's valuable to the world, and you get to promote what you choose, and nobody tells you what to do. And the medium that I was choosing was YouTube. Lo and behold, that developed into something much bigger than I could have possibly imagined. And I literally am recognized at airports by people who see me on YouTube and know who I am because they're following my teaching. And it was sort of this huge step for me to say, what's next? What's next? So I tell people, if you're serious, if you want to learn how to truly create something that you could quit your job, this is the platform to do it. I mean, I've gotten on the phone with friends of mine who have me talk to their web developers who said, do you do this for a living? I said, well, sort of, really, I do, because I do. I know how to build websites. I know how to build websites. I hated technology, and now it's fun. I built my friend's website in 2 hours the other day, a really nice one. She was amazed. I said, you'll be able to do this. She joined SFM. And that's why I feel so good promoting it, because I know that it's a game changer. It was a game changer for me. I always tell people, if you doubt it at all, hang around with other people that are doing what you want, that are successful at it. Not the ones that tell you you can't do it, because they're not living the life that they love. All the tools, everything I've learned from my website to my YouTube channel, I credit SFM 100% for that. I can't imagine a life any different than what I'm living right now.
So we were both very dedicated corporate servants, I guess you call us. Both worked 60-hour weeks, but we really were very appreciated. And when we were away on holiday, we only got the boss.
Yeah, we were actually in Bangkok at the time in Thailand. It was the last day of our holiday, and then my work goes, and especially my boss, John. The news wasn't happy. He told me not to come into the office because they were letting me go. It really takes your self-confidence, and your self-confidence just massive dive.
You realise in the years that we've been completely lost appreciation.
Yeah. Fast forward to today,
So my turning point was actually back in 2011. It was in May, 8 o'clock in the evening. I came home, my wife's car is there. I'm walking into the door and I was like, hi, nobody is home. And I could hear the TV. And I walked into the living room and I found my family here just watching TV. I said, hello, I'm home. My wife just turned her head and said, hi, Tristan. Back to the thing. I got it back to it. At that point, I realized that without the I've been working so much that I don't know. This is what you get. You know, just want to become successful, earn a lot of money, being able to prepare for the future for your family. I just promised her at that point, I need to do something. And I'm going to solve this as fast as possible. Yeah, so one of my big interests before was music. So that's and when my business went bankruptcy, I needed to get money and funds, right? So I took every DJ gig I could get. I was playing a lot of gigs 4 times a week. And all of a sudden, I started to lose interest. And that's when I found affiliate marketing, where I basically could go in, just take somebody else's product and service, just market that on the internet. And the only thing I needed to learn was one thing, that was marketing. And I just called you up and I said, hey, I'm working with this community here. We have the same goal for the future and everything. We have met before, and I asked you, you want to join me? You said yes. Now we feel more like her.
When I found affiliate marketing, I was actually doing that between my job. So I built up my online business beside my job. I actually ended up working very long in a traditional job. And in the end, I just got enough with it. So I called up the boss and just told him, I need to quit. So he told me, so where are you going to start? Nowhere. I'm just going to be at home with my kids.
People invest in other things, but rarely people would never do invest in themselves. And that's a huge difference, right? Lack of information is never a problem in today's age. There's so much information on the internet. What people need is guidance.
As long as you have your laptop, you have your business account, you can concentrate, do the things you find fun.
When I told my friend from the beginning that I know something on my business, I thought I was crazy. The thing is that we have been doing this for almost 7 years now, just quietly behind the scenes. And what makes us happy right now is to really help other people to be able to create a business without destroying everything in their lives by removing right time to start a business was yesterday. The next best time is today. So my turning point was actually back in 2011. It was in May, 8 o'clock in the evening. I came home, my wife's car is there. I'm walking into the door and I say, hi, nobody is home. And I could hear the TV. And I walked into the living room and I found my family there just watching TV. And I said, hello, I'm home. My wife just turned her head and said, hi, Tristan. And back to the thing. The kids just thought, hi, Daddy, back to the thing. At that point, I realized that without to lose my family, because I've been working so much that I don't know you. This is what you get. You just want to become successful, earn a lot of money, being able to prepare for the future for your family. I just promised her at that point, need to do something different. And I'm going to solve this as the process problem. Yeah, so one of my big interests before was music. And when my business went bankruptcy, I needed to get money and so I took every DJ gig I could get. I was playing a lot of gigs for translating. And all of a sudden I started to lose interest. And that's when I found affiliate marketing, where I basically could go in, just take somebody else's product and service, just market that on the internet. And the only thing I needed to learn was one thing, that was marketing. And I just called you up and I said, hey, I'm working with this community here. We have the same goal for the future and everything. And that's before I asked you, you want to join me? He said yes. And I was feeling more like that.
Well, I was actually doing that, but between my job, so I built up my online business. This side of my job. I actually ended up working very long traditional job, and again, I just got enough. I called off the class. I just I need to quit. Totally. So where are you going to start? Nowhere. I'm just going to be a fool with my kids. People invest in other things, but rarely people never do invest in themselves. And that's a huge difference, right? Lack of information is never the problem in today's age. There's so much information on the internet. What people need is guidance. As long as you have your laptop, you have your business on project, you can concentrate and do the things you might find. When I told my friend from the beginning that I know something on my business, I was great. The thing is that we have been doing this for almost 7 years now, just quietly behind the scenes. And what makes us happy right now is to really help other people be able to create a business without destroying everything in their lives by removing people work hard. Right time to start a business was yesterday. The next best time is today.
Well, I come from a family of lawyers, so becoming a lawyer was something that's probably expected of me. I was promoted fairly frequently. By the time I was in my late 20s, I was getting legal departments in Asia. By the time I was in my 30s, I was getting a global legal department of a company that had over $1 billion in turnover. Made a lot of sacrifices to get there, right? Time, all that. But if we did get there, it wasn't all it promised to be. I was in a job I wasn't exactly satisfied in. I was, fairly well paid, and so I took my frustrations out on buying more guitars, over 50 guitars, if I'm being honest. And my wife suggested, I should sell a couple of them. We're in the process of thinking about a house move, and guitars take up a lot of space. The only way I knew how to go about finding out how to sell everything was to search the internet. And I came across a video of Stewart saying, if you learn to sell one thing, you can learn to sell anything. And that opened my mind to the possibilities. I didn't need to be stuck in a job that was no longer fulfilled by. I could learn to do this. That was like a godsend for me. It allowed me to start a business in a way that's a lot less risky than starting a business without that guidance, without the blueprint, without the community that's there to support me, without mentors that care. And that made a world of difference. When I graduated as a lawyer, it took me 3 years to build my career to a point where I was earning the sort of money I was earning. Now, after learning how to market online, it took me only 6 months to get to that point. It's only through the leaders that care, the leaders that acted with the level of integrity that they did. It was only through them making these difficult decisions to me, pushing me in ways that I perhaps didn't want to be pushed in, that allowed me to make that transformation from employee to entrepreneur.
I remember being in the space where I was looking at people who were 20, 30 years ahead of me down the career path that I was going down. I knew that I didn't want to live the life that they were living. I was doing 70-hour weeks, so I was earning really good money, but I really wasn't fulfilled. And one of the turning points was I was looking at jobs in some of the big London software sales companies. You do well there, you do £250,000 a year. And I was looking at these roles and just thinking, SFM, or six-figure mentors, which you know if you've been around us for any small amount of time, was actually something that I started back in 2010. But before I really get into what SFM is, I think it'd be a good idea to share a bit of the history and how the idea of SFM started in the first place. So one of my biggest frustrations back in around really 2009 was that I kept doing things in my business that I thought were going to benefit my business and help me grow my business. But often what I was seeing is it was having the opposite effect. And I realized very quickly that I was taking a lot of misleading advice and guidance. And that's because I was following a lot of advice that I was finding for free online. Now, don't get me wrong, there is tons of free information on the internet. That's amazing. I still consume lots of good free information, podcasts, and I'm on YouTube, and I follow certain blogs. But what I really experienced as an online business owner is that I was a member of various different forums, and I was reading lots of blogs, and I was doing research and everything else, that it was really, really impossible to know if the advice that I was reading or receiving was one of quality, unless I really knew the person that I was, getting the advice from. And one of the forums that I was a member of some time ago now, I started to realize the more successful that I got. About 90% of the crap that I was reading, frankly, was by people that just didn't have a clue what they were talking about. And it was an environment where the blind were leading the blind. And I realized very quickly that the majority of really successful online business owners weren't about handing out free advice online and supporting people, certainly in any major capacity. I think it's fair to say human nature, we want to help and support people. But I found that the reality was that most of the stuff that I was finding was really inaccurate, or people had a motive and intention and were giving misleading advice to sort of benefit themselves. So I had this idea, and it was based on the things that had worked best for me. And that was when I was recruiting a coach, or when I was taking on a mentor, what I found was that the most effective people, most people that were really making an impact in my business, were the ones that were really walking the walk because they'd achieved a certain financial status, if you like, within their business. Now, I know success isn't just money. That's not, the be-all end-all. But it's a great measuring point in terms of, it's a great reflection of how successful somebody's business is. Now, that's not to say the biggest businesses making the most money are the best businesses by any means, but I really am a strong believer that, people are really taking action on good business advice, and they're really, walking the walk. The chances are they're going to have a successful business financially. And so I wanted to make sure that there was an environment that I could create when I first started taking on students, where they know the advice that they were getting was from credible people, people that had credentials that I trusted and they should trust to actually try. And I'm a big believer that you should always try everything out with an open mind. If you're going to follow someone's advice, nothing is ever for sure. But I think you'll probably agree, it's fair to say that people who have been there and done that are much more likely to be able to shed some light and give expertise that are, worth listening to. So when I launched the Six Figure Mentors, my idea, and still to this day is the same, that anybody that's doing the trainings and the proper coaching webinars and speaking from our stage and doing any of our one-on-one mentorship were individuals that had at least built a six-figure online business. That's why I call it Six Figure Mentors. And it's nothing to do with any sort of income promise or claim or anything like that. You will make six figures as a member of our community. It was all about me making sure that our organization was going to vet the individuals that were going to be doing the training and mentoring so that our members had peace of mind that these were people that were walking the walk. And that's why I believe, we were able to get such traction and a lot of success with our clients very, very quickly because of just that very principle that we were making sure that the advice that we were giving was always proven. And it wasn't because he heard from her and she heard from him and he heard from uncle and her brother and her sister's dog and then decided to write on a forum or create a blog post based on something that they had heard 10 stories down. So that was really the idea behind it. Now, so what is SFM? Kind of a long-winded way to get there, but I think it's important to understand. Is Six Figure Mentors is an entrepreneurial incubator, if you like, when it comes to showing people how to succeed in the digital economy. What I wanted to do is create a linear program, a step-by-step training platform, where people could really learn the fundamentals and the key core principles of online business so that they can very quickly start to see results in their own business and their own life. And it's a way for us to actually show some of the most proven business models that exist, especially ones that are great for newbies, and then teach people the exact strategies and steps, and I like to say money-producing activities that they need to follow in order to get the result that they're looking for, which is, of course, a profitable online business. So SFM is a very money-focused training program. It's all about getting you to prove to yourself that you can actually succeed online, that you can make your first sale online, whether that be as an affiliate or your own e-commerce store, selling physical products. But at the same time, the core skill, and this is really important, the core skill that all of our members share in common is learning online marketing. And that's because the lifeblood of any business will always be lead generation and generating sales. You can have the best product in the world, the nicest fancy pants website in the world, but if nobody knows it exists, then guess what? You're not going to be successful with your business. And the key skill that you will get as a member of SFM and our online academy and our community and our exclusive private environments that we have is that you're going to learn online marketing, effective online marketing, from true expert people that have applied what we teach and build six-figure or beyond businesses. Some of our coaches are now seven-figure business owners, and you can have that complete peace of mind that you're going to spend an hour on one of our live calls. That individual that's teaching you really can walk the walk when it comes to our business education. So hopefully that gives some sort of insight in terms of what SFM is, exclusive private community of a linear training program to get people making money online. BEA Digital Expert Academy is an academy for individuals who really want to take their businesses and their lives to a whole new level in the digital economy. And it's an academy that is truly for brand new newbies that are getting started for the first time, right through to seasoned veterans when it comes to successful online business. Now, what I want to say to start with is that the principle, I guess, behind this Experts Academy is to provide the best, cutting edge, world-leading training and support through mentorship and through coaching for the digital world that we live in. And the way that I like to sort of explain this is that the traditional education systems that are out there, whether it be colleges or universities, are very much not adapting to today's world. And I'll give you a few examples. Futurists are predicting over the next 10 to 15 years, 40% of the jobs that we know, the jobs that we aspire to have when we were younger, will disappear. And the reason being is they're going to be replaced by more efficient technology, artificial intelligence, and just business systems that are a lot more efficient. And the reality is some people are putting their heads in the sand and they're ignoring this and they're not looking, ahead of time. And they're running the risk of having a lot less security and a lot less financial success in their lives. And we wanted to make sure that we were a solution to this major problem. Now, going back to the university and college business model, or their model, if you like, their education model, their idea is that you go into education and you spend, 4 years or 5 years, whatever it is, gaining education in a certain area. And then you come out of their school or college or uni and you take a job, and then that job is going to be your job for life. Of course, you're expected to grow and develop through that career. But the reality is that that's not really the way the world is working anymore. And in fact, going back to futurists, they're predicting that most individuals who are sort of working right now, over the next 20, 30 years, maybe 40 years, will have to reskill and re-educate themselves 5 or 6 times. Now, that just wasn't the case in the traditional business world, the traditional economy. People really could gain skills and have a job for life. And whether people see it as unfortunate or not, that is something of the past. Now, a better model for today's world is to be able to continue your education and evolve your education as times evolve, and do it in a fun way. Do it around people and individuals that inspire you and become friends and support you. And that's much more of what we've created. That is what we've created with our academy. It's a way for people to be a part of a community, to be surrounded by people who are going somewhere in the digital economy, to be have access and be provided with mentorship and coaching from people that are at the cutting edge of where business is today, giving insights and ideas and inspiration to help people take their businesses and lives to a whole new level. And for me, what I've come to realize is that I didn't do great at school. I actually dropped out of college. My results through school weren't particularly great. What I've come to realize is, as adults, as individuals who are able to pick and choose businesses and the industries that we're in, and being able to pick who we learn from, and being able to access mentors who more on our wavelength. For me, I didn't relate to really any of my teachers. When it's come to mentorship and getting access to entrepreneurs and people who are making great headway, I guess, in the world today, I've really enjoyed the learning process. And so for my vision for Digital Experts Academy was to bring in real movers and shakers, if you like, including myself and Jay, in a way that we can actually educate and train and support and mentor our community, our academy of people in a way that's constantly evolving. And that's why when people become a member of DEA, we don't see it as a short-term thing. We see them as a member of our academy for life. We really do. And what we're going to do and continue to do is bring the most latest cutting-edge experts and curriculums and mindsets for the digital economy. And it's a way for people to really invest in themselves for the short term as well as the long term. So that's kind of in a nutshell what DEA is. It's an academy for digital entrepreneurs. We have many different curriculums and courses, right from e-commerce and online marketing through to online influencing and branding. And one of my favorite parts of what we do, which is under our sort of platinum umbrella, our DEA platinum umbrella, is really help people to identify their true purpose and passion in life, not just in business, so that they can actually create a business environment that integrates with their life as a whole. One of the things I talk a lot about that I love so much about the world we're in right now is that there's more opportunity than there ever has been to really work on and build something that is your absolute passion. And my personal life and business life, it is fully integrated. And whilst a lot of people may see that as a sad thing or a bad thing, I think until you experience it, it's very difficult to sort of be aware of how great life can be when you're just living your purpose every day and your work feels completely effortless because you love what you do. And I share that because that's some of our values and principles that are integrated within our academy. life should be a lot more than that. And so I think not only do we have the education, but we have really good values and principles that people are able to leverage in today's world where there is so much more opportunity to, dare I say, have your cake and eat it. The DA, Digital Experts Academy, a great way to get mentorship, coaching from individuals who are on a similar journey to you and maybe achieve some of the things that you really want to achieve with your business. Yeah, so I mean, DEA and our community, the business as a whole is now going into a new phase. You know, we really know where we're going, and we're moving to a phase from, you know, on from where we started out. That first phase being, you know, inception, our formulation, and if you like, we'll call that stage one. That's where we took our vision and the idea for the academy and we turned it into a reality. You know, we did that by building a team and you know, creating the original product line, the events, coaching principles that we wanted to teach through the academy, and with the idea, focus being to take newbies, that was our market, from scratch. And in particular, one of the things we wanted to do is take people that had never run a business before, never had any business experience whatsoever, people who had never had any real financial success, and demonstrate that through our curriculums and our knowledge and our online learnings and everything else, we could support and educate that individual on how to really create the life that they desire, the life that they really want. And I'm incredibly proud to say that, you know, through this first phase, we've done that. We really have demonstrated that it's extremely viable for individuals to ultimately, as cheesy as it sounds, create their dream life. And more specifically, what I mean by that is, you know, creating more success, freedom, financial freedom, as well as, you know, geographical and time freedom. And I think above all, for me anyway, most importantly, create a business that they're really, really passionate about. And that's challenging. It's one thing creating success for yourself. I mean, I think we can all agree that's not easy. But actually educating and mentoring and coaching, creating a viable way for others to do the same, and taking responsibility, you know, to help those people achieve that is no small task, but we've done it. So, of course, as a team, this is by no means the Stuart and Jay show, we've really proved it's extremely possible. And there's a few things that's created for us, which I'll talk about in a minute, but going back to these phases, so, you know, we're in this sort of inception phase, and they say there are 4 phases within the biggest and most successful businesses. We're now entering into phase 2. Now, that first phase, as I said, is the formulation. Then it's concentration, and then you get this mass growth or momentum, and then finally, the businesses make it. It's this phase of stability, which is ultimately what all businesses are aiming to get to. But very, very few do. In fact, very few, very small percentage ever make it out of phase 1. And of course, I am talking about businesses that are really looking to have, you know, global impact, a lot of impact. And we're really proud of what we've done through phase 1, particularly when we look at our recruitment, our leadership team, our staffing, the community we've built, the culture that's emerging from our community, which is everything from enthusiastic, successful, happy entrepreneurs, right through to the loyalty that we've created, particularly with our students that have been with us from the start. And that's a very solid foundation. When you marry the two of those, the fact that we've taken people from scratch who have never had any real business success before, and showing that we can do that, and then top that off with an amazing community of people. If you ask me, that's a very good foundation to be on. And then on top of that, we've got all of our tech, our teams, and the amount that we've invested in our systems and tools and everything that we're sort of bringing into the marketplace now. And so we're ready for this second phase. Now, the second phase, which is something that I'm extremely excited about, enables us to tap into a new market, a much wider audience. And that's because when we started out, we intentionally wanted to only work with newbies, people who were starting from scratch, but also people who are actually actively looking for what we offer. We use attraction marketing, something that we talk a lot about here, to actually attract these people who are looking for what we've got. And when you actually look at the overall market for the academy and products and services and the results that we can help people achieve, that's a very small, it's a fraction of the people we can actually go for. And so this second phase is exciting because now we're opening up our doors to a wider range of people. A couple of examples are existing business owners. There's a lot of existing business people out there. When I say existing business owners, I mean existing successful business owners, people that have already created a lot of success in their lives. They've already raised their financial thermostat. They've already understood and created belief that they can actually achieve great things when it comes to business success. But they're possibly looking for a new way of doing things, whether that's to create more leverage so that they can have more time freedom, whether that be geographical freedom, and even more financial freedom. Because I think any good business owner understands that leverage is a very powerful thing, and online leverage, digital business, gives you scope to access a whole different level of potential and growth within your business. Global market, websites doing business 24/7, 365 days a year, and everything else. And something that I'm so proud of is that a big part of our mission and purpose is to demonstrate that people can really build businesses that they're extremely passionate about, but that also have positive impact in the world. And we're now really starting to see that with our very original students who have gone on and created time freedom and financial freedom, and they've done all of the things that they set out to achieve, and they're now really in this world of wanting to have a really positive impact in the world. And the reality is we're setting everything up in a time that what we're doing is so needed. The world is changing faster than ever before. With things like artificial intelligence and technology, there's more jobs being lost, and will continue to be a lot more jobs lost over the next 10 or 15 years. Futurists are predicting that 40% of the jobs that we know now will not exist, and that's a couple of billion jobs that are going to be lost. But I am a strong believer. I want to say I know, but I would just say I'm confident that we're now moving into a new world of, a new era, a new entrepreneurial age where there is so much opportunity out there for everybody if they're prepared to think that little bit differently and get the skills that enable them to be an individual of value in the digital economy rather than the traditional economy. And that's a lot easier than what most people think. And our academy is really set up to support that and help people to achieve the things that they're setting out to achieve. So for me, like I said, DEA is now entering into this new phase that's going to enable us to impact a lot more people, and as a community benefit from entering into a new phase that is extremely exciting and is going to be very, very rewarding for all of us involved. Well, the first thing I would say is connect with your SFM consultant and talk them through your situation. Let them know, what it is that you're looking to achieve, what business that you have, and they're going to be able to really guide you based on your own individual circumstances. It could be that Digital Experts Academy, our main sort of coaching and events company, would be a better fit for you, and we can help you with that. But I will tell you now, if we can't help you, we will tell you, so don't worry. I'll also say that it's really important that if you're looking to grow your existing business, just please make sure it's because you're really passionate about what you do and that you want to take it to a whole new level. Because, so many people try and grow a business because it's what they know. They think that it's the best way for them to sort of increase their income. And that's often not the case. You may actually be better continuing to do what you do, but building a new business part-time that eventually is going to replace what you do and give you a lot more freedom and opportunity to really grow and build a business that you're passionate about. Because I will tell you this, SFM DEA, our community, we're all about being aligned with your purpose and your passion, waking up every day, enjoying what you do. So it's worth sort of going through a bit of discovery and maybe, connecting with our community and our members and our team to discuss that. What you will find with SFM, what I can tell you, is that we're going to be teaching how to generate leads and sales, which is of course the lifeblood of any business online. So naturally, that's absolutely going to help you. We're going to be teaching you things like sales funnels and also technologies that enable you to grow your business and scale your business regardless of what niche or market you're in. So if you know that your business can benefit from online marketing, then definitely I can say, SFM is going to be a great learning process for you. You're going to be able to see how we do things. We're a multi-million, 8-figure, online business, and so we've got a lot of systems and technologies in place. And on top of that, with your SFM membership, we actually provide you with technologies that can enable you to grow any business, website building technologies and lead generation systems, and online hosting and things like that. So yes, chances are SFM can help you. The first step, like I said, is to connect with your consultant and really help us figure out what would be the right fit. Well, the kind of business that you can build as a result of the education that you're going to get here at SFM is a very wide range of business. All sorts of opportunities are going to come your way. And the reason being is we focus on one particular skill set that is really, dare I say, the master of all, the most important one, and that's online marketing. Now, the reason I say that is when you become an effective marketer, when you know how to generate leads and sales, what that enables you to do is pretty much build and grow any type of business that you can imagine. I'll give you some specific examples in a minute. Before I do that, let me just say this. The lifeblood of any business is its ability, or the owner's ability, to drive leads and sales. And this is what's so powerful about online marketing, is because effective online marketing is exactly that. It's knowing how to set up ads and marketing campaigns that generate leads and then subsequently generate sales. And we've been teaching online marketing now for about 7 years. And I can't even begin to tell you the range of businesses that our students have gone on to build as a result of their ability to generate leads and sales. But some of the obvious ones, and the ones that spring to mind, is of course affiliate marketing, generating leads and sales for other businesses and getting commission for doing that. Network marketing, people who have gone on to grow teams through their recruitment process and sell products through their network marketing organization. Physical products businesses where people are doing online e-commerce, both with their own websites as well as leveraging the likes of Amazon, eBay. People who are building coaching and consulting businesses because they've got a particular skill or a particular talent in a way that they can actually serve and help a certain marketplace. And local marketing, people who have gone on to provide services to local businesses. In fact, a lot of our students have gone on and been very successful with the likes of local marketing. And it's all because they have the skill of online marketing. So the range of businesses that you can build is vast. And once you really pick the horse you're going to ride, the business model that you're going to go with, just keep on learning online marketing, effective online marketing, which is exactly what you're going to get here at SFM. And you'll realize very, very quickly that the amount of opportunity for the kind of business that you can build is extremely vast. That is why online marketing is the main primary skill that we focus on teaching within SFM. There's an absolute vast range of products that can be sold online, and even when getting started out for the first time, it's, if anything, a little bit overwhelming with the amount of options and opportunity that's out there. But here's some things that I will say. First of all, it's my advice that you start with something that's going to be fairly straightforward. Okay, there's a couple of business models I'll touch on and a couple of different types of products that I will talk about as well. Before I do that, I'll just say, look, the reality is this, is that more and more of us are spending more and more of our money and buying more and more things online than ever before. Examples are, we can do our grocery shopping, as you know, and it can show up at a designated time. Amazon.com as an example, they have such a wide range of products. They have their Amazon Prime service service, which is like the 1 to 2 day delivery. They now have Amazon Prime Now, which is their 1 to 2 hour delivery on certain products. They're bringing out drones, which will be delivering products to people's backyards soon. And that's just the world we're in. It's becoming more and more efficient to purchase online. People are buying cars. You can go on to manufacturing websites and spec out your ideal car with all your ideal spec. Put your credit card in and buy a car and get your delivery dates and everything else. And so, of course, this is creating a lot more opportunity for us who sell online. Now, going back to what I was saying before, yes, there is a vast range, but it can be quite overwhelming. So you want to start off by selling something that's going to be quite straightforward. The reason why I say that is your first step should be just to learn the process, not to make your first million. It really should be just to show yourself, prove to yourself that you can sell online and as a result make money. So a couple of business models that work very effectively for that. One is affiliate marketing, which is where you're selling other people's products and getting a commission for that. And with affiliate marketing, you can sell pretty much every type of product you can imagine. Some are going to make you more money than others. You can sell products on Amazon as an example of affiliate, but the margins tend to be quite small. They're physical products and it's Amazon, so they don't have to pay you big commissions. You can also sell things like information products, where you're selling like downloads of ebooks, curriculums, and courses, like a lot of our affiliates do. The margins tend to be a lot bigger than that of Amazon. And you can also, pretty much be an affiliate for every niche or market that you can imagine. You just got to do a little bit of research. But the great thing with affiliate marketing is that you're not inventing anything, you're not setting anything technical up. You're most likely, if you do your research, selling something that's proven, and it's going to enable you to just focus on the process. So that's one thing I'll say. Another business model that's extremely powerful is the business model of leveraging platforms like Amazon or even eBay. And the reason that is powerful is because they have an audience, they have customers that are already using their website and platform. And what that means is that if you don't want to learn marketing or you're weak on marketing, it's very powerful to leverage platforms that already have that audience of people there. And with the Amazon business model, a lot of people don't know this, but they don't own and create or sell their own products. They do have some of their own product lines, but the vast majority of their products they're selling is for other merchants. So what that means is that you can be a merchant for Amazon. You can supply inventory to Amazon. They will warehouse it, in other words, store it, and dispatch it for you as well, if you wish. You can also do it yourself, same as you can do with eBay. And what's great about that business model is if you can source a product that is in demand and is something that you recognize as a good opportunity, what you can do, as an example, and we teach this with our Import Experts curriculum, is you can source products from China. You don't even need to visit China. We do actually do China trips, but you can visit China virtually by going on the online websites. You can find agents, and with our Import Experts curriculum, we actually introduce you to agents who can help you source products from manufacturers. They can then do all of the quality control their end in China, ship the products directly to the Amazon warehouses, all labeled up and ready to go. And then Amazon find the buyer when people go onto Amazon and purchase products. And then you get paid from Amazon for the sales of your products, and they keep back a percentage of a commission, and you get the rest of the amount that the product is sold for. And it's a very, very powerful business model, particularly for those who are getting started. It's called Amazon FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon. Now, the most critical thing when it comes to your success online is not really necessarily going to be the product you choose to sell, but more your education around the business model and the processes that are involved. So with affiliate marketing, you're really learning things like ads and marketing and selecting quality affiliate products to promote. Usually you want to focus on products with good commissions and very consumable products, or products that people are in high demand. And with the physical product business model, you're really learning how to source and ship products into the right setup, whether that be in your own warehouse or storage or direct fulfillment centers. There's a lot of different ways that you can do it. The point I'm trying to make is that you really want to focus on a business model that enables you to really focus on the selling side, more so than some of the sort of more complicated things that often come in businesses, like creating a product from scratch, providing support and fulfillment, and taking payment and managing refunds for staffing. But once you've learned the process, you'll realise that there's endless amounts of opportunity with the types of products you sell online. It's just really working with the one that's going to be a best fit for you, and naturally you want to find something that's going to be a good fit for you for the short, mid, and potentially the long term as well. So yeah, lots of different opportunities online when it comes to the types of products that you can sell. When it comes to our support, there's an awful lot of different avenues and opportunities for you to take advantage of. And inevitably, you're going to need to, when you're starting an online business, support is something that is critical, and it's something we're heavily focused on. Just to give you an idea, we actually recently recruited a guy called Brian Parsley. He's on our leadership team, and he's been responsible for working and building some of the biggest and most successful education companies that have existed. So we're very, very invested in this. And everything we're doing right now is only going to get a whole lot better. But there's a few things I think are important. So the first thing is that our training is done in a linear way for those people who are getting started with us. And what I mean by that is it's step by step. I remember receiving an email, and it was from a guy who said, I think that everything you're teaching can be taught or can be learned, I should say, online for free. There's YouTube and Google. Why do I need to pay for your training? And I took some time to reply to him, and the point I made was, look, the internet is an amazing place. YouTube is a good example somewhere where there is tons of information, but information is not the answer. And if it was, we would all be extremely successful, millionaires, very happy, fulfilled, probably making global impact, and living the exact life that we want to live. And I say that in a way that I'm really sincere in, that information isn't the issue. There is a lot of information out there. The issue is knowing how to consume it and act on it. And what I have realised over the years is that having a buffet of training when somebody is first getting started, it doesn't matter how good it is it just creates massive information overload, which as a result creates procrastination and a real lack of action in the right areas. What we've done is really proven the steps to profiting online, to making money on the internet, and with various different business models. And what you're able to do as you go through our training steps is really identify the right model for you, set yourself up for success, but then most importantly, take the action in a step-by-step way that's going to enable you to get the results that you're here for. And I'm going to assume if you're here in SFM, it's because you want to learn to make money online. And, there are a lot of different ways you can do it. There's a lot of things that you need to learn, but you will hugely speed up your results when you have a training path that is linear. So that's the first thing. We support you by knowing how people learn. The next few things I'll get through quickly. First of all, you get allocated a business consultant. In other words, somebody who really understands what we do, how we do it, and how our students are getting results. That way, you're able to get on the phone with them. You find as you're going through our training or our material, you're overwhelmed, it could happen, you feel that you're stuck at a certain hurdle, you don't quite understand something, you can write down your concerns, your questions, your fears, whatever they might be, and actually talk to somebody who's extremely experienced. It's going to help you overcome those hurdles and move on, start getting closer to the results that you're looking for. So phone support with real business coaches. You're going to get webinars with extremely experienced educators, including myself and Jay. We run webinars with our team of leading experts. Many of our experts are, multi-six-figure, seven-figure business owners, and they're going to be walking you through the various different ways to take your business forward. And that's extremely valuable when it comes to supporting you in your journey. You're going to get access to things like our daily wake-up calls, where you're going to just be able to jump on the call, some mindset stuff, give yourself a check-up on the neck-up, and just really sort of, make sure that you're working and doing the things that you need to do to take your business forward. Live chat support, you can actually chat away with our support desk and our staff, all of which are in-house, None of our staff are outsourced. You get our 7-day-a-week support desk so that you can send in tickets, and we have staff running the support desk globally. Again, all in-house experienced members of staff. And we run various challenges that you can join. So if there's a particular skill set that you want to learn, let's say, for example, you want to start doing video, like I'm doing right now, we actually have a 90-day video journey challenge. And you can join that challenge and submit a video a day to a very private group where you're going to get feedback and support and people boosting your morale as you start getting experience with video. And we have lots of challenges that are like that, content and marketing, that kind of thing. And last but certainly not least, huge one is our community. You know, we have a community of people who are probably where you're at right now in life, very similar situation. You're here for a reason. Maybe you just want to improve your finances or freedom. You want to find something that you're passionate about. There'll be people just like you on that journey. You're going to be able to collaborate with those people. More importantly, there's people that have been with us for some time who have created new levels of success. They've proven that it's very possible to take their business like what we teach here and start it from scratch and take it to a level where they're making progress. And then we have our most experienced people. So it's a very diverse community of individuals who you're going to be able to tap into and collaborate with. Actually what we find is that that's the support channel that a lot of our students favour because it's non-biased, it's not internal, and they're really hearing from people that are making it happen as a result of following our trainings and systems, and find it extremely encouraging. So I could be here all day talking about support, but please know that it's absolutely here and it's there for the taking. Well, the short answer is absolutely. You definitely can. And if anything, it might actually be an advantage. I say that because really two reasons. One, if you're in a job that you're not that fond of, it's going to really, really motivate you to show up and do the training and take action. That was my situation. It was Jay's situation. We were in jobs that we no longer wanted to be in, and that was our biggest motivator to do the work. The other thing is if you've got a steady income and it enables you to invest in your education and your business, it's only going to help you get results faster. So absolutely, having a job is not going to stop you at all, from doing well in this business, nor will any other commitments that take your time. What I would say is this. First of all, we designed the system to cater to people that are limited with time, because that's where we came from and that's where we expect and knew the majority of our students would be. So it was designed for you to do part-time. But what I would say is that you do want to commit to being consistent. Now, that could be an hour a day, it could be 2 hours a day, but you really do want to take daily action. I will say this now, including at the weekends. If you're really serious about building a business, then you will get better results by just being consistent and making sure that you're constantly making those small steps on a regular basis, because what will happen is those small steps eventually will start to generate some big leaps for you. And that could be a leap of making your first sale online, making your first paycheck online, and then eventually that leap could be, replacing your income. So just commit to the daily action and be regular and consistent. That's going to pay off. Also, treat it like a business. That's the only other thing I'll say is that this isn't a hobby. I don't know about you. This is the line I love to say, but I don't get paid for my hobbies, whether it be golf or going out driving or whatever else it might be, traveling. Those things don't pay me. And your hobbies probably don't pay you. So don't treat it as like a hobby that you do a little bit here and a little bit there. Treat it like a business. Commit to it, just like you probably committed at your very first job. Make sure you show up, you do the work, and then the results will be there. You will get paid. So yeah, absolutely. A common question, but you can do this around your job. Affiliate marketing is how I got started. I actually made my first $1 million on the internet purely with affiliate marketing. It's something that's extremely close to my heart. I think it's an incredible opportunity. But what it actually is in a nutshell, it's a commission paid opportunity where you get paid for selling other people's businesses' products. So effectively, what you're doing, the value that you're bringing to the market is that you're providing the skill of generating leads and sales online for other businesses. And that can be done for every niche market and type of business that you can possibly imagine. There is affiliate programs for literally hundreds of thousands of different products and programs out there. The thing to really realize is that effectively you're the middleman and you're getting paid for making the sale. There's a lot of benefits to that. For example, you don't need to focus on creating a product or coming up with fulfillment or taking orders or payments. It's a very, very straightforward business model to get started with. Plus, you can always find products that are in demand with an ever-evolving industry or marketplace world that we live in. It's very easy for you to transition the types of products that you're promoting. A very, very powerful business model. Now, just to go back to what I was saying about this whole middleman concept, because sometimes people need that extra bit of explaining to really get it. So when I first started in my first career as a real estate agent, the thing that I really loved about it was that I got paid a commission for selling somebody else's house, a house that I didn't own. And it was also somebody else's money that was paying for the home. I was just in the middle making that transaction happen. And so as a real estate agent, I got paid for matching a buyer with a seller of a home. And affiliate marketing, which is probably why I resonated with it so much, is very similar. You're out there looking for a customer or a buyer, and you're looking to match them to somebody else's product or service, and you're getting paid a commission when you make that happen. Now, what's extremely powerful with affiliate marketing is, typically speaking, you're only focusing on the advertising and the marketing, and what that means is that there's no tech stuff or building stuff or creating a business from scratch. But also, what's extremely powerful is that you can do it from your laptop as long as you've got an internet connection. You're good to go. And what you'll find is that the businesses' websites and their systems, whatever that might be, is going to do all of the heavy lifting for you. So they're going to, provide all of the selling, the telling of the product. As an example, with our affiliates, they simply get paid for generating leads that purchase one of our low-cost entry products, and then they also get paid for all of the sales of any other products that we make for the lifetime of that customer. So what our affiliates are doing is simply generating email addresses for our business. Those email addresses are individuals, they're real humans entering their email addresses, which is a result, they become a customer of ours. Our affiliates get paid, and they get paid on every single product or event or seminar that we promote and sell to that individual that meets their needs, whether it be one of our technologies, our softwares, one of our educational products, or one of our events or seminars. Very, very powerful business model. Just to give you an idea, we have affiliates, and this is certainly no income claim, I can't do that, but we have affiliates that generate 6 figures a month in revenue for their business. So the point I'm trying to make is it's not an opportunity just to make a little side income. It's a huge opportunity. Millionaires are being made out of affiliate marketing, and it's how I got started. Very, very powerful model. Well, I've been asked this question many times, and I actually used to say you'd probably be better speaking to one of our students, or somebody who's a member of the academy, because of course we're much more likely to trust their feedback. But as the co-founder, of course, I'm going to be biased in many respects, but I'm more confident now than I've ever been in terms of what makes us different. And so I'll share some of those thoughts with you. First of all, I think the biggest difference is it's not a numbers game for us. Jay and I, when we set out on this journey, realised that virtually every sort of online business, and in particular when it comes to educators, will often base their success on how many people they reach, how many students they have. And it's just not a numbers game for us. For us, it's a results game, and it's one of quality. Now, whilst that might mean that we're not the cheapest, a lot of online businesses are in this race to the bottom. They've got to be the most competitive and offer the most amount of content for the least amount of money. We are going the polar opposite, because for us, we've realised that just doesn't work. It overwhelms, it saturates people with unbelievable amounts of information overload, and causes massive procrastination and frustration. So for us, we made a decision, look, we're going to build this and we're going to do it on the basis of quality. You know, we have coaches, they're extremely experienced. You know, this isn't a case of the blind leading the blind. All of our senior coaches are either multi-six-figure or seven-figure business coaches. They've had success, they've proven their success, and they're all on a mission to sort of serve, coming from a place of wanting to create impact along with the community. And you know, it's amazing when you see the difference that an experienced coach can have, one that's really quite enlightened and, you know, really teaching for the right reasons, not just for the money, that the impact that can have on people. So that's one of the things. And it goes without saying, this type of leadership and coaching, you know, to our company doesn't come cheap, but we will always invest in making sure that we have the right culture and coaching within, you know, what we're offering. On top of that, we offer things like real phone support. You know, so as you're working through our SFM modules, we have live chat, we have all of the normal ways of communicating through support desks and everything else. But you can also schedule calls, and again, with truly experienced people. In fact, the majority of our business system coaches have been with us since year one, you know, 2010. It's a long time now. And they're extremely experienced in what they do, and we hand select them based on not only results that they've got in their business, but also their ability to actually coach. So it's something that we're very pleased with. We have in-house teams. All of our support is in-house. We don't have any third-party support agents working with us. We don't outsource anything. Our tech is in-house. You know, we have consulting from some of the leading CTOs in the world when it comes to, you know, online business. And as a company, we're more than prepared to invest every single dollar that comes in, because we're building a business to have impact, not to just get rich or, you know, take it public or make some shareholders wealthy. We're really on purpose. And as a result of that, that shines through. You know, we're far from perfect. We're still a young company, you know, but at the same time, I believe we've got our priorities right, which, as I said at the start, is one of quality and a results game rather than a numbers game. The other thing that I think makes us very different is that we're not attached to the business model our students want to build at all. Now, again, nearly every sort of business model system out there, they're very narrow in terms of the business model that they're educating and teaching on. You know, we are really open to all of the different opportunities that are out there on the internet. If our students want to build an affiliate business, great. If our students want to build a network marketing business, great. If our students want to build a coaching business, great. If our students want to build an e-commerce and sell physical products, great. If they want to sell info products, it really isn't a concern of us. What we've realised is that actually the umbrella of skills that are required serve our students in whatever business they're making. And whilst we're not attached to certain business models, we're also a business that you know, that does offer a business in a box, you know, for those that are really wanting to align with our mission and our purpose, potentially be affiliates or sell our own products as you know, consultants. So there's such a wide range, but you'll notice when you speak with us, when you train with us, when you're on our webinars, get on the phone, attend our events, we're really not attached, because our business model is about getting results. And that is just so unusual in the online world. And go out and do research against one business model versus another, and you'll see the founders or the community culture or the company culture is very this way or the highway. We're just not like that, because not every business model is a fit for every individual, and people should get educated on what's available and the opportunities that are out there, and then make an informed decision on what's right for them, which is why we teach leadership, entrepreneurship, that can be applied to a range of businesses, including teaching things like physical products and e-commerce, as well as affiliate marketing, digital marketing, and coaching, that kind of thing. And finally, I would just say we're proven. You know, we're not just getting out of the gates. We've been going since 2010. We've helped our students, documented tens of millions of dollars and we're every single day getting case studies and testimonials from people who are applying our training and the business knowledge we're providing to a wide range of opportunities out there. And I'm proud to say that, you know, we're getting better and better at what we're doing. So that's what I would say makes a difference to anything else out there. Well, I'd say you're only too old for it if you decide that you are. And my expectation is that you would not be here right now watching this video if you were somebody that was discounting the opportunity for new levels of growth and success because of your age. Look, the reality is that our elder students, our students that we've had in their 70s and even 80s, are individuals who have huge amounts of life experience and value to add. And business and success, as far as I'm concerned, is a byproduct of the value that you put out in society. So if anything, you know, your age and your experience and life experience and everything else is only going to serve you once you start to sort of get the business off the ground. Now, there's no doubt about it that often our you know, older students, I'm not going to put an age on what older is, I'll let you decide, sometimes have more technical challenges, newer, you know, less au fait with iPhones and laptops and everything else. You know, it's fair to say that is a scenario. But it doesn't need to hold you back. Technology does not need to hold you back. Now, I will say when I first started online back in 2008, the tech side of business was a lot more complicated. That's because there wasn't done for you services, there wasn't sort of push button technology. We have invested millions in our business and our systems to make them more streamlined and something that everybody can follow. We're not alone. You know, that's how technology and business is being done online now. The other thing I would say to you on a real big positive is, look, be an inspiration for those around you who are of a similar generation, because that's only going to create huge opportunity for you. What I've seen and found with our older students who have gone out and like created success for themselves because they've had the confidence to just follow through, is that they end up, you know, magnetically attracting a ton more opportunity. They're such an inspiration for those around, and you often see, you know, students truly in their 70s and 80s within our community attending our events and making it happen. So absolutely, you are not too old for this if that's something that you're concerned about. So we're often asked when members get started with SFM if they have to sell SFM products as an affiliate in order to get results with us and be successful. And the answer is not at all. It's completely optional. We have an affiliate program, it's free to join, and you can get commissions as an affiliate of ours and utilizing the training that we're going to be providing that enables you to be a successful affiliate. But it's important for you to understand that the affiliate business model enables you to literally pick and choose and sell thousands and thousands of different products that are out there in the online marketplace. Now, what I will say is we do have a very powerful affiliate program, including the opportunity to make big ticket commissions, high ticket commissions, and that's because our SFM membership enables you to look at the opportunity of being an affiliate with Digital Experts Academy, which is our mentorship and our educational company. And, you know, people often are investing thousands to take part in our retreats, our seminars, our one-on-one mentorship programs and everything else. And if you happen to be an affiliate and refer somebody who purchases any of our higher ticket programs, you're going to get those bigger ticket commissions. So you absolutely have a huge opportunity with SFM to be an affiliate of ours, but it's totally optional. The education that you're going to get with SFM, the important thing, is going to enable you to market and sell pretty much anything that you can imagine, not just as an affiliate, other people's products and services, your own products and services, other people's services, your own services. People have used our training to build network marketing businesses. So it's really up to you how you apply what we teach. What I will say is get with your SFM business consultant, talk through what your goals are, the type of business that you're looking to build, where you're at right now, and they can help guide you in terms of what would be the best opportunity for you based on your own needs and requirements. Having a marketing budget for your new business certainly isn't essential, but I'm going to be extremely real with you here. The reality is the more you invest in your business, the likelihood, the faster you're going to see results, and maybe the more lessons you're going to learn as well. It's not always the case, but here's a few things to consider. Paid marketing, having a marketing budget enables you to drive traffic and potentially sales very, very quickly. You can go onto platforms like Facebook and YouTube and Google, and you can start creating ads and have those ads showing to people within 10 minutes and even quicker. And so, of course, what that enables you to do is get results and learn what's working or not working very, very quickly. With free marketing, you don't have that advantage. Now, it can be extremely effective, things like search engine optimization, blogging, and that kind of thing, but it requires a lot more skill, and it definitely requires a lot more time. So the important thing for you to know is both can be extremely powerful. People who just argue one is the only way or is a lot better probably haven't had success with both. We certainly have. Free can be highly profitable, as an example. Once it starts paying off, it can pay off for a very long time, and the profits can be extremely good. 100% profits if you're generating a lot of free traffic. Doing paid marketing, big advantage is that you're investing in your education when you do it. The reason I say that is because when you're doing paid advertising, you can see what's working very, very quickly. With paid advertising, you could write a blog or an article or a heading or a title or a piece of content and just hope that people are going to like it and enjoy it and respond to it. With paid advertising, there's only so long that you can put something out there and get immediate results with, or not get immediate results with, and have an understanding of whether it's working or not. So you can fail faster, I guess, with paid advertising and learn a lot quicker. And I've always viewed my marketing budget when I first got started as a real sort of investment, a learning process around my business, what's working and what's not. And what I've always found is with our students over the years, the ones that really get the biggest results and in the fastest time frame tend to have a marketing budget that they can actually take advantage of. And the great thing is once you learn paid advertising, you can scale very, very quickly. It's just a case of turning the tap on, spending more money, and generating more leads and traffic. So just know that you don't have to have a marketing budget to build your business. It's certainly going to help. I think that the best advice I can give is really do think about what's going to be the right fit for you and your own circumstances, and you can then focus on just doing the money producing activities, whatever that might be, to go out and build and grow your business. The amount of time it's going to take to get your business set up is going to really depend on two factors. The first one being how much time and effort you put in, and the second factor being how quickly you pick everything up. And based on those two things is going to determine how quickly you're up and running. What I will say is we designed our Getting Started program and our training and even our live webinars to work in a way that you can get up and running and set up within 30 days. And we wanted to do that for two reasons. One, to get somebody set up with their first ready to go and future successful business within 30 days is very exciting. And we want to make that first 30 days exciting so that you're driving forward and feeling confident with what you're doing. But also because we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. And what we wanted to do is really do something that's not often seen out there and give you a lot of time, attention, and training completely risk-free on your part. Because if at any time within your first 30 days with us, you're not satisfied, you're very, very able to request money back, and we will just obviously not only provide you with money, but we will also wish you the best of luck and maybe be able to advise you in terms of what might be a good fit for you if we weren't. But the reality is that it's different for everybody. But just know that our intention is, assuming you're able to put 1 or 2 hours in 5 or 6 days a week, is to get you really in a very strong, confident position within your first 30 days. a big concern for many people when they're looking to get started with an online business is that they're going to get scammed. You know, very understandable that people would be skeptical and concerned. And we live in a world today where I guess it's more possible than ever before to hide behind a computer screen and scam people. And what I would say is that there's a few things that you can do to make sure that you protect yourself, but also a few things that you can do to make sure that you don't hold yourself back because you're overly skeptical. And that advice is, first of all, want to make sure that if you're spending money, that it's with a company that's not hiding behind the screen. There's actual people in the organisation. Preferably, you can actually talk to them on the phone. That you're in a position that you can contact them. And I guess most importantly, if it's a new company that you're dealing with for the first time, that there's some sort of money back guarantee. And that way, you're obviously protecting yourself more so than if you just sort of jump in and get your credit card out and buy from somebody that doesn't really exist and some sort of false website or something. Now, the other thing is, of course, is being misled or falling for exaggerations of false promises, which again is very understandable. So here's my best advice with this. You want to do business and work with companies that enable you to experience what they're all about before you make any major commitments. Our customers spend upwards of $97 a month for our subscription, right the way up to, in some instances, more than $30,000 for our, retreats and our experiences and everything else. And I can tell you this, that people don't spend that kind of money without having some sort of experience first, an experience that enables them to feel confident in their decision. And it doesn't matter what price point you're spending money at, whether it's $10 or $100,000. I think it's absolutely critical that you give yourself some leeway to really sort of experience the service and the company, and in this instance, the education that you would be receiving. Because you need to also know, and this is my other bit of advice to make sure that you don't hold yourself back, that you're always going to find what you look for as well. I'll give you some examples. If you were to research affiliate marketing as a business model, and this is one of our primary business models that we teach, you would find the most positive reviews and case studies and life-changing examples that you could ever possibly imagine. You'll also find disastrous ones, where people say the industry scam, it's not real, it doesn't work, it's saturated, you name it, I've heard it. And the reality is normally the opportunity sits somewhere in between, in everything I've seen. There's usually great opportunity to learn and grow and be successful. But if you just base your expectations on the greatest and best of potential, then you'll probably be disheartened and feel that you've been led astray if you don't get the same results as those top examples. But at the same time, if you get sucked in by the negativity and other people's experiences, which you don't know what their experience is or who they are, more importantly, this could be somebody who's looking for a push button experience where they can press a button and money's going to be spat out their computer, and is angry because that didn't happen. So if you're intelligent, and I'm sure you are, then you're need to sort of go off your own experience. And going back to what I was saying, you're always going to find what you look for. If you were to look to book a vacation or a holiday, and you looked into a 5-star, one of the top hotels in the area, you're going to find the most shining of reviews. You're also going to find the angry, negative reviews where it was the worst experience of their lives. And if you get sucked in either way, you can find that it's going to be reasonably misleading. Now, I think it's great to do your due diligence, review sites, and everything else can be critical. But at the same time, a lot of these negative reviews, as an example, are designed to mislead. One example is I have people send me articles about teachings. And the whole intent of that article was to dissuade someone from investing with us and purchase with them. In other words, a competitor writing in a negative context to try and
Hello guys, kumusta? Mag-end na ako guys, kaya nag-thunderstorm. Thank you all.
Nobody can say, including me or anyone else, that my product